On the moving stand, she comes back slow.
That's a hard one,
She's trotting, but I've lost points.
because she's, yeah.
And what she does, she either does everything fast and sloppy or slow and perfect.
I understand that.
I do too.
You've seen her.
No, I own it.
Oh.
I'm actually so sympathetic because I gotta tell you, the days I've gotten really high scores in the obedience, I usually get high scores, but the 199s and a halves were generally the days that I was very distressed. I was like, oh my God, my dog, where's my dog? I'm losing my dog. And then I'm looking at the score sheet saying, and I know what it is. When they're slow, they're careful.
Yeah.
So when they halt, they sit straight. And yeah, they're not healing the way I want to see them, but they're also not bumping, right? So, kind of distressing. It's like, no, I want to get a high score and my dog's adorable. But see, generally adorable is not scored. Some
Right.
judges do, though. I know
Yeah.
who they are. I'm kidding. I mean, some judges will manage to not see little details if your dog is putting out a lot of effort for you. And other judges will go out of their way to find the details if your dog is acting like that, because they don't like all that happening in their ring. You know, that's not what they think obedience is. I picked my judges. I knew what I was doing, because I just don't want to throw away the money. So, I need to see your stand, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. Take a minute on your own to just, is this your building?
No.
Okay,
She's not
great.
used to this room.
Excellent, then make a party out of it. As long as you're not having problems with motivation in the ring, make sure you come in here and just start out with food coming every which way. So she says, woo-hoo, new building, love to be here. Let us all admire her beauty.
Sometimes she won't play if she knows I have food.
Yeah.
Try to start.
Yeah. That's a motivation comparison issue. Oh, that boy, good one too, on a rope. Good girl.
Well, and the last time I put her in the ring, she ran around with a glove for 5 minutes. We're back to the small
Believe
gloves.
me, these are
my
good
answers.
problems to have. These are good problems to have. Problems like that are easy to resolve. Perfect, but losing energy, bad problem to have. The first time you see it, deal with it. I'll take Happy's to I don't even care. Don't even care. Who thinks it?
Okay, we're probably ready.
All right, great. Why don't you start with some healing on your own? All right, work on your own. Just kind of listen to that. Oh, how cute.
Everything's small, you know? And I can't walk in a straight line.
All right, stand your dog in. What, do you need to do that? That's fine. Are you ready?
Ready?
Forward. Stand your dog.
Okay.
That was a nice stand.
Breath.
How do you dog feel?
Get close.
Lovely. Exercise finish reward. Is that what you mean by slow?
Yes.
That's not slow. Does anybody think that's scoreable? Looked like a steady trot. I mean, the dog didn't come barreling in, but I didn't see a
Well,
problem.
I've lost, in novice, it was 3 points for recall.
Who was that? Who was that?
Lynn, big crowd.
Don't train for the bazaar. Don't train for the bazaar. Is that pop in hand?
No.
All right, we just got this pretty close. All right, that's okay. Whew, let's do a send out because you're in a new building, so let's work this one.
For that one? Okay.
Yeah. You can do mine, I think you can do mine while we work it, but
Close one first?
no, let's see what we have. Are you
Go
ready?
touch. Star sit.
Good girl. Go give her a cookie, that's fine.
Good girl.
Same stanchion, do another one, same place. Good girl. Let's go. Alright. Gotta start somewhere. Same thing. Send your dog.
Go touch. Star sit.
Perfect. Don't reward that. Yes. Excellent. Can you see that she's not walking her own stanchion?
Not enough?
All right, that's
Okay.
fine. You have it on tape. We'll talk about it. We can deal with it later. And just let her rest. She can sit her down or whatever she wants while we talk.
Okay.
Here's what's happening. She's out here. You see Mark. She goes like this. She see Mark. She goes the whole time. She's looking.
We can see it better.
You can see it?
Yes.
Yeah. So usually when that happens is when you were training early on, what might have happened is that when you marked her, you might have waited for her. She may have done this, and then when she hit the middle, you sent her.
Okay.
And that teaches dogs to scan until they're told to stop. And it makes them nicer. So what I would suggest is go back, but you can't see it when you look down on her. Now that you know that, you might notice it.
Down.
So what I'm gonna have you do, I doubt she'll do it when you're close, because there's only one, right? So we wanna retrain it to the point of it's straight ahead. If my dog scans, we start over every single time. It's like, look, I'll tell you where it is. Even if you're wrong, stay on it. I'll say, good dog, no big deal. Let's try again if they got it wrong, but I do not want this. Because gloves, the same problem. People have that problem with gloves. Their dogs do this, and then they send when the dog is roughly on the right one. Well, that's not gonna hold up. So I think that's maybe a little bit.
I think she had it and lost you.
That's okay. That's okay. We can get it back. Let's just do a bunch on this 5-foot kind of thing and see if she scans. I don't think she will. Good girl. 10.
Go touch.
Yes.
Good
Never wore
touch.
that. Good girl.
Yes.
That's my
Good
girl.
girl. Good
Back
touch.
up a little and do another one. Good
Good
dog.
dog. Let's go.
Good girl.
Ready?
Nice.
Good girl.
Put your hands to natural. And send.
Go touch.
Good. And reward that. Yes. Excellent.
Oh, good touch. Good girl. Good
Do it
girl.
again.
Okay. Stop.
Send.
Go touch.
That one's beautiful.
Sit.
Good girl. Reward
Oh,
that.
excellent.
Who's a good dog?
She didn't even wave.
She was awesome. That was really nice.
Good girl.
Whenever you unbalance the stanchion, you make it harder. So if you put distractions on both sides of the stanchion, it will be easier than on one side. Because this complicates the visual for her. She can learn that though.
Well, we were at a class where there was an A-frame behind. She
Yes.
focused on the peak of the A-frames.
Yeah. Well, if you ever go to like a big event, NOI and all that, they do put things over the gates, those pretty AKC signs, and that's what it looks like. When you're ready. So stand up straight and start over. Take one step forward, tell her,
She
good
was
girl.
surfing
She's
the
good
line.
girl. Try it again.
Look. Good girl. Go touch. See, she's not as good.
Good girl. Reward her, I
Good
don't care.
girl.
We're just gonna stay super. She's like, I'm gonna hide here. 'cause there's
She wasn't
plenty.
focused that
She
time.
wasn't
She's
as
been
good.
locked in.
Touch.
I'm gonna switch it to the other side this time. Good pumpkin.
Good girl.
Again, that's a cookie. She's trying awfully hard. She's a good girl. Good girl. Don't go too far because I don't want the scanning.
Good girl.
Send
Good
your dog.
girl.
That's gorgeous.
Go touch.
That was beautiful.
Scar sit.
Excellent. Reward that. Super. It's interesting that sometimes she goes all the way to the stanchion and checks it, and other times when you call her, she does sit kind of where you tell her.
Well, I switch between go touch and go out.
Got it. Oh, wow, clever girl. I mean the dog, but you
So
too.
when I'm nervous, I say go touch. I'll take the hit.
I'm impressed that she actually listens to that rather than the sit, but that's okay. Let's do go out.
Go out. Star sit.
I'm impressed. Go reward that. That's awesome.
Smart cookie.
So that's the kind of thing I want you to play around with, like
Okay.
unbalancing it, getting further, going to more places, reward the crap out of it. Like just, this is the world's greatest exercise.
Okay.
And then stick that little tree pin back there, and when you do that, you want to go so far, because that will solve a lot of scanning too. So why would I scan? It's right there.
Well,
Can't
at the
miss it.
beginning, when there was a target, I had the fastest and the straightest.
Yeah.
And then when you start trialing, you start taking the targets.
Well, you don't really, because that is a target.
Right, okay.
So if you've taught your dog, target means I'll give you something. But unless she's dumb, and that does not appear to be the case, she knows that when you go in the range, she doesn't have food. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, no, she's good in the
by
ring.
now, she must have figured it out.
Yes, yes, she knows.
Well, some dogs are either unbelievably
No, that's
stupid or
true.
unbelievably optimistic. I don't know which one. But they haven't figured out, my dogs figure that out pretty early on, and then it becomes very interesting, trying to figure out how to keep this worth everybody's while. It's a different world. But, you know, she's being a good girl, she's responsible.
Good girl.
I thought you had a problem with the stand part of the moving stand. You only have a problem with the end part, the cover.
Right. I mean, the worst thing I had, but you covered it this morning, I put her in CDSP. I don't know if they have that where you.
We don't, but I know about it.
Okay, so she knew I had food in my pocket, and she really ran around and shook that glove, and ran around and dropped it and shook it and ran, and I said front, and after 5 minutes, she nailed the front. I thought it was an NQ, it was not. But she nailed the front, but she was having too much fun with the gloves, but I went from the little ones to the big ones, so I'll try again.
Might help.
And another time, she did a flip finish into my pocket,
Where the cookies were.
where the cookies were.
She got sense of humor.
She's young.
Both venues. Real
It's
judges,
a
real
great-
stewards.
Great idea. And just enough nervousness that you're showing a picture.
Yes.
I want to see your pivots, your glove pivots.
Oh, yeah, they are bad, okay. Do we need gloves?
No?
Okay.
Just gonna work on your pivot. Don't step into your dog. There you go. Good choice. That's excellent.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want to see all of them. Take your time, pick one and show me.
Star, heel.
Reward that.
Good.
What's up with that little leap?
Oh, she had a leak?
Well, she kind of pops out sideways like you're gonna kick her. And I don't think
Oh,
you're
yeah,
gonna kick her.
she is afraid.
She's just worried
So,
about her feet.
I'm trying to fix the left pivot with food in my pocket, in my hand,
Well, that was nice.
because
Do another one to the left.
when I do it to the left, I try to move my right foot first.
That's
'cause-
smart, because she's sensitized.
Right.
Reward her. Do you feel like you touched her with your cap? Did you feel
No.
like you touched? Okay.
No.
All right. Oh, you have to get her in before.
Much wider.
All right, let me see a right pivot. Up.
Yeah, she is jumping away.
But you're not doing anything weird. Give her the.
But I
pivot.
probably have in the
I'm sure
past,
you
so I'm
have.
fixing it. Or I'm doing too much off leash.
Well, what's a leash gonna do for you?
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out if there would be a way to, okay, I have an idea. It came to me, an idea. What I want you to do for a while, when you start your pivots to the right, do you have a special word for that, or just heel?
I do heel to the right, get back to the left.
Great, so when you say heel, instead of doing a direct pivot, I want you to say heel, pull, and then turn. So your glove, for now, not in the ring, for now, your right turn is gonna start with a pull, this way,
Okay.
and then your turn, because I need her to start thinking about pulling in instead of popping out.
Okay.
So if you want to warm up, a nice way to do that would just be to do a series of ins. Good girl, all the way in. Yes, and reward that. That's right, that's what it should look like. It should be one continuous motion. Good, now do the same thing, but after about 2 side steps, go ahead and make your pivot and halt.
In,
And pivot.
in, wait.
Good, pivot.
And then you used your right foot first or your left?
And reward that. I started with my right foot.
Yeah, because if you start with your left foot, she's sensitive to it.
Yep. Do it again. Try to do this one continuous motion, a little bit more. She's not all the way in, although she shouldn't be sitting. She should be up. Reward that anyway.
Unless she's shoulder sensitive.
Yeah. So try to keep your shoulders as level as you can. Just little tiny steps like this. And then just keep going around. Yes, nicely done.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
In, and start turning. Yes, nicely done. Reward that, reward that, reward that. That was good.